SGA may just be my favorite player in the NBA for the simple fact that he is able to combine 2020's hyper-dynamic and fluid play with 2000's strategic, slow, methodical attack. And in today's video, you and I are going to be watching some of his highlights to see what makes him such a lethal scorer so that you can better understand his game, and if you're a hooper, so that you can be a better player yourself. Now, with that being said, let's dive in. Pull back so quick right there. You can see he pulls back so quick. And he times it perfectly whenever the defender's legs are optimally extended, right? He has no ability to stop as a defender and regain his footing and explode back to get back to SGA. So wise with his ability to stop at the perfect time and at the perfect tempo. Now here, he's going to get all bottled up, has nowhere to go, looking for somebody, nobody's open, little bump, gets that extra space, and he's able to fade a little bit toward the middle. So crucial. Now here, you can see he's about to do his delayed tween, one of the best moves you can have as a hooper. It's one of the easiest ones to start with. It's very difficult to master. It's easy to get good at. It's very difficult to master because the timing and the footwork is much more complicated than it looks. But his delayed tween is second to none. He's able to get his defender shaky, hesitant. Julius Randle has no idea what to do with him, that little delayed tween and then push cross. Here, jab, go, bump. Make sure not to use that entire arm. That's why I don't like Jason Tatum, is because Jason Tatum oftentimes uses his entire arm. He stiff arms out. It's an illegal move. It's a push off. It's completely against the rules. But here you see SGA following the rule book, and he's able to bang. Only uses the elbow, doesn't extend the arm, gets his space the legal way. That's what I like about him. Stops on a dime right there. Norman Powell is lost. He's lost. Here, slow, quick, and then pull. And that's the best part about SGA, too. This is why I love his game, is because this is how I taught myself to play. Watching Kobe, watching James Harden, watching Kyrie Irving, watching all of my favorite players, Tony Parker, Derrick Rose, Chris Paul, etc., you name it. I taught myself to play this way. Essentially, if you can just change tempo and size up your defender, lull them to sleep, you'll get a mid-range shot every single time. And it's the easiest shot in basketball. That's why I don't like it's been taken out of the game, because the mid-range is so easy. It's not a bad shot. It's the best shot. It's the best shot. It's far easier than anything else on the court. It's far easier than a floater, in my opinion. It's far easier than a contested layup. It's far easier than that little push shot from 3 feet. It's easier than a three, in my opinion. The mid-range is the easiest shot. They've sold you this lie that it is not, but it is. And then here, he's able to change pace so quickly. No carry on that cross. Fantastic work. And he's smiling. He knows it. Off arm was great here on Kyrie, too. Let's watch this back again. Off arm on Kyrie. You can see it's not illegal because he's not actually making contact. That's what I love. He has it ready. It's like a fencing rod. Look at that. It's ready. It's out. It's active. It gets the defender away. You don't have to use the off arm. All you have to do is make the defender aware of its presence. The defender doesn't want to foul you, especially somebody like SGA who's so difficult to not foul. Now, this might have been a push. Nah. Jaren Jackson was just too much momentum going that way. That was clean. And then here, great wrap. Great way to fade backwards, too. Fade backwards here. He doesn't really have a great angle, but then he fades backwards, able to lift up, get it off. Slow, quick, and the spin is just too nice. The footwork is solid. The footwork is solid. And the problem with his game as a defender is that he's able to hit these contested mid-range shots, so you can never give up on the possession, first and foremost. Secondly, with his spin move, because he sets it up so well with multiple hesitations between the legs, behind the back, floats, sidestep floats, etc., you're always ready to bite on that jumper to the point where the spin is going to be wide open. And also where that change of pace between the legs is going to be open. Now right here, the fade is just, Karras bites. You had him. But it's tough not to. Great bump. Great arc on that too. And that's why as a hooper, Practice high arcing shots because you never know when you're going to be against a defender that's much taller than you, that's able to recover quickly. If you have that high arcing shot, Steph does this all the time before games. High arcing floaters, high arcing threes. Practices his touch. How often does he use it? Not a ton, but it's in the bag if necessary. Now right there, a great key point to look at here is he doesn't really get a lot of space, he gets enough space. And the reason why he gets enough space is because he rises up. Not only does he have a high release point, but you can see that his defender is falling down as he's still staying up. And that's the key. He's able to delay releasing the ball just enough, not enough to the point where it's a double clutch shot or anything, but just enough to the point where he's able to stay up in the air as his defender, Jordan Clarkson, is falling. That's such a key thing to implement into your game. Low pickup into the drive, that's unstoppable. If you don't have that in your game, you're missing out. Yep, eyes to the rim, hezzy, and you're just going to be on skates. There's no way you're going to guard it. It's his bread and butter. High pickup, that's just a tough shot. High pickup, rip through two defenders, and that's just touch. You just have to practice touch to get that. That's why I love him. The fact that he has the three makes him even more dangerous, because he shouldn't be somebody with a three, but he's got it. And then there, great way to change his body positioning at the last moment. He doesn't even look like he's going at 80% speed. He looks like he's going at 60% speed. But it doesn't matter because, again, there he's able to hang just that extra second. Seth Curry can't recover in time. And because he's able to change pace so well with that delayed tween and then go, you're already on your back foot. That's why that pullback between the legs works so well. And then there, that's just, Donovan Mitchell has to do better staying alive in that possession. He's got to do better at least trying. Now there, it's just tough because he's a big body. He's a big guard. He's a big guard getting in here. He's got a wiry frame, but he's strong. Very difficult to handle. Great float. And you can see there how he gets his body down, shoulder down on the drive. Another thing he's so good at is using body angles. Kobe was great at this. Put the shoulder down when you drive. Put the shoulder down, cross the feet. You're going to get such a great angle. There, high release point, can't stop it. There, stop on a dime, you're wide open. Defenders falling back, you have all the space in the world. Yep, and that's just a pull. That's just a hezzy pull. Defenders not committing enough, hezzy pull. Because you have to pick. You have to pick as a defender. You can't choose to be in no man's land. You can't say, oh, I'm kind of going to guard the drive, and then I'm also kind of going to guard the mid-range. No, you have to pick. You have to pick with him, and that's the problem. You don't want to pick, but you have to. And picking is just as bad as not picking. Right there, body, bang. Easy. That's fundamental. That's a Kobe move. 1-2, pull. And that is one of the most underrated moves you can have in your game, is that step forward. You can see, not on this play, but this next play, this step forward. Step forward with the opposite foot because you have the ability to scissor and then change direction. That's why the defender has to back up. You're able to just pound and pull back. So difficult to guard. So difficult to guard. Oh, here, this is just a fade middle. Oh, yeah, there's just a fade middle right there. Easy. Easy. Yep. Too short. It's going to work every time. Yeah, off arm doesn't even... Okay, now that might have been a push-off. Fair enough. That might have been a push-off. And he didn't have to either, which is a shame. Oh, that spin is so beautiful. Spin is so beautiful. And the best part about him is he knows his spots. He knows his spots. And his spots are always available, too. His spots are always available. Because of the analytics movement, because everybody wants to shoot threes or go to the rim, his spots are always available. His mid-range jumper is always available. The defender isn't really that focused on it. It's always available. And so if you can implement the mid-range into your game, you're going to score all the time. Now that is just a great example of the double clutch shot. That is just talent right there. That is work. Oh yeah, great hezzy. Come in, offhand. Beautiful. Seal. LeBron coming in there. But that's just lazy defense by the Lakers. That's just lazy defense by the Lakers. How many times have we seen lazy defense by the Lakers over the past 5 years? Right there, same thing. Cole Anthony's a cone there. Change of speed, gets to the rim. By scissoring those feet just a little bit. That's a fade. High arc. Anthony Edwards isn't even the tallest defender on the floor, but the high arc still serves him, just like I said earlier. And right there, this is a great thing to practice. If you want nothing else to do for a workout, if you don't know what else to work on, just work on being in the mid-range, pocketing the ball, and keeping it in your pocket like this, and changing pace, and then rising up. Because I guarantee you'll score so much if you do that. I guarantee you, because if you can simply pocket the ball legally and then change tempo, you're going to get shot after shot after shot because nobody knows what to do with you. This is why SGA is so good, is because he plays at his own pace. He takes advantage of this open floor. This is what Kobe would be looking like in today's game. This is a 2020s version of Kobe. Because Kobe, of course, he played in the low post more. They ran more sets through the triangle. We don't run the triangle anymore. We don't run the triangle. In 2020s basketball, doesn't really have a place in the same way because the game is just too fast. It's too fluid. But SGA takes advantage of the same areas of the floor that the triangle would, and he shows us the same skill set as Kobe had. So this is why I like to say that SGA is basically what Kobe would be if he were to play in today's game. If he were to have come in the league in 2016-17. This is how he would play. You can see it. He's got more of that early 2000s Kobe, not 8. Or rather 8, but not 24. He doesn't have as much 24 Kobe. He's more like number 8 Kobe, just a little bit slower and taking advantage of this free-flowing offense that the NBA is providing. But with that being said, let me know what you think about SGA in the comments. Do you think he's the best player in the league? Do you think he's the best ISO player in the league? Do you think he's completely overrated, a foul baiter, etc.? Let me know what you think. But with that being said, if you gained value to this, subscribe to the page. I'll see you in the next one. Much love. Peace. This is New Da Vinci. Have a blessed day or evening, depending on what time it is for you.